Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. Welcome to another Tuesday Night Gold Panning Fever, episode number 165. I'm going to apologize for the coughing and snorting and everything else you will be hearing tonight. Appreciate everyone being here, especially my early birds. Joey Brown, thank you for being here. Reg Lab, Gentleman Prospector, thank you very much for joining the show. Sean McClelland, Wrenches, Repairs, and Prospecting. What's up, John? Charles King, how's it going? AAA Rockhound, Mama Bird, thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate it and joining the live show. HD Shovelhead, Donna, thank you both for being here and being mods. I really appreciate it. Way too kind of both y'all to keep this rowdy bunch in control. Troubled One, how's it going? Catch up. That's a lot of money, Reg Lab. Alternative options. You can get the money from the bank. It's just not through a loan. There's a lot of movies about that. Michael Reed, thank you for joining the show. Stephen LeBlanc, how's it going? Trying to catch up on chat as well. You can only read so fast. John Gear, Mark Sheldon, thank you for joining the show. I think I'm all caught up. There we go. Shane Prothero, Alan Curie, Package Total. See, I go and talk, and a whole bunch of people pop in. PA Patriot, how's it going? All right, let me pop out chat. Go to live chat. There we go. There we go. All right. So welcome back to another Tuesday show. It's been a week. I haven't put out any videos in a while. I only put out one video this entire month. I will have one coming out Saturday, though, so get a little bit of something. Unfortunately, this Timu flu has really kicked my butt. I mean, I'm still sick, but it's just in my sinuses. So doing 100% better than I was. And actually get up and do stuff. It's just breathing's a pain. Scott Roberts, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. So today we're going to be panning some stuff out. I don't know if you want to see it. There we go. Got a pan full of dirt. This is from a seller who has closed and is no longer currently selling anymore, and I don't want to advertise them or have people looking at them or anything else. They're not selling. They ripped off a whole lot of people, so I'm sure a lot of people can figure out who it is. This is material from the southern states, we'll say that, and it was I believe it was 100% ROI bag, so there should be like $100 worth of gold from a couple months ago, so I don't know. A little bit over a gram probably, I don't know. I'm not going to weigh it up or anything. Like I said, the seller's closed. I needed something to pan out tonight, and this seemed like a good one, so. I am feeling better, Gentleman Prospector Ken. Not 100% still, but, it's at least I'm just not in bed all the time. 2 weeks of being in bed and just sick is just miserable. So, nope, no gold out of Texas, that's for sure. No. But I am feeling better. I didn't take any medicine today. I probably should have taken my medicine today, but I was trying to see if I could go without some Dayquil or something, and now I'm regretting it, and I don't want to take some now because I'll be taking some NyQuil later tonight so I can sleep, but it's still a mystery. Yeah. But hopefully everyone's been having a good week and hasn't been sick like me. Hopefully everyone's been doing good, finding some good gold. I am behind on all my videos. I've been seeing them pop up on my feed on my phone. But even though I'm doing absolutely nothing, I still just have not felt like watching YouTube videos or anything else like that. I've just been binge watching Netflix shows and old movies and stuff like that. So, and my kids are still coming over, so I still have to, manhandle them around some. So, but is Indiana Creek? Is Brian here? Brian, thank you for joining the show. If you're here, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, there he is. All right, well, you creep on. And Ortiz, how's it going, brother? Hopefully everything's been doing good. Hopefully you're getting close to having some wee ones around. But thank you for joining the show and being a moderator. I appreciate it. And thank everyone, as always, for joining the show. I really appreciate it. And later, once we start panning, I will have my mods dropping the hidden link. And make sure you go in because this is the last chance. This is spot number 8 tonight. And next week, during my Tuesday show, next week will be my Patreon Live. We'll be giving away these. So I've got 2 bags of RJ's Paydirt to give away. We've already got 7 names pulled. So tonight will be the last spot. So spot number 8 is for tonight. So make sure if you're here, not only do you leave something, your comment in the hidden video, but you stay to the end so I can pull your name. Hey, Justin, your chat is working. They're not blocking you, I see, huh? Government's like, he could chat a little bit today. Gold Nugget for sales. How's it going? You're sticking with that name. You're not going to the gold vlog, huh? Gold, how's it going, Mike? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Oh, hello. Look at that. Wrenches, repair, and prospecting. Thank you very much, brother. Way too kind. Way too kind. I was watching part of your show the other day, Wrench. I had it on my phone, and I cannot type on my phone. I just can't do it. So, but I was watching you and saw AAA was on there. So I was like, man, if I wasn't sick, I was thinking, man, I should go down there and try and join on the show. I still need to hook up Streamlabs to my camera so it won't go because I don't have a camera on my laptop. It's taped over. So the contest is rigged. You know it's rigged. It ain't working if it's not rigged, PA. You know that. No. Chris W., thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. So hopefully everyone's been doing good. Every contest is rigged. I didn't win the Gold Nugget sales contest. That was, it's rigged if I didn't win that, I was hoping on that one. They had some really nice nuggets on that one. I didn't think I had a very good shot. I didn't have that many tickets. I think I had like 10 or 12 tickets or something like that. But not enough, that's for sure. Let's see. How is gold doing? I haven't looked at gold spot in a little bit in about 2 weeks since I haven't been shooting any videos. 81.24. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. It doesn't look like it's going down anytime soon. I'm thinking maybe after the election it'll go down. We'll have to see. I think it's going to stay up and kind of chaotic for a little bit. Well, people figure out what they're going to do with voting and stuff like that. So, but 81.25, 81.24, 81.25. It's over 81 bucks. I was looking at GNS's site today. So I did see, because the last time I'd made some notes for a video, his Paydirt prices have gone up some. So I knew gold had gone up because I seen his prices went up a little bit. So, what you going to do? I know the people that are hoarding gold, people that have lots and lots of gold on shelves, are really happy with that. I appreciated playing. I didn't win, but, oh, wow. At least I got something out of it. It wasn't like, some things where you pay and you don't win and you don't get anything out of it. At least this one, everyone was guaranteed. If you got a ticket from the Gold Nugget sales raffle, you got gold. So everyone ended up with some nice gold. So wasn't too bad. Joe Ace, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. RPMC65, thank you for joining the show. Autism Magnet Fishing Mary, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And make sure you behave yourself. I know you get to be a little rowdy sometimes. Joey Brown, thank you for joining the show. I think I said hi to you already, but no, it's not lynch mining. I do have some lynch mining on my shelf, and I do have some Paydirt bags of lynch mining somewhere. Yeah, that will be for, and eventually I will be doing some lynch mining on a Tuesday show. But no, this is not lynch mining. It is another seller from the southern states that didn't last as long. At least lynch, they sold Paydirt for several years before they went belly up. So, JP Lawns and More, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. My GNS order has made $100 up front just sitting on the shelf. That's awesome. Dragons AU and Prospecting. How's it going? I don't know if I replied to your email. I saw your email the other day, Dragons. I just haven't replied to it probably. Scott Roberts, I'm selling 10 grams of my practice placer. What's practice placer? Tim Springston's YouTube sucks. YouTube absolutely sucks. Essentially what you have to do, the only way I've noticed that you can ever get a notification is if you go to the person's channel the day before, you look up their video or whenever they post that their video is going to be live, and you click on the notify me. That is the only time. I only get notifications if I tell YouTube to very specifically notify me on a very specific video. So otherwise, they will notify me about videos. Like I got a video today it notified me about that was from 3 days ago. So it really wasn't a notification because, it's 3 days late. That's why I put out my videos. So I put the coming out soon video the day before, 24 hours before. So that way everyone can go, has 24 hours to go click on the, remind me YouTube. But YouTube's just, I would never count on YouTube reminding me about anything. David, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Manned space launch here at 3. And there's 2 Davids. Thank you to the other David as well, Dan Durand and David Desautel. Thank you both for being here. HD and Weezer both. Oh, that's awesome of them, isn't that? That's so awesome. And Tim, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. Weird, I get all my notifications. I mean, from what I hear, that's what it is. You either get notifications or you don't. YouTube's either likes you or they don't. I very rarely get notifications unless it's a very specific live show that I tell it to remind me. That's it. I picked. That's awesome, Alan. Yeah, there's still an astronaut stuck in space. Yeah, they might be there for a while. I mean, I know they have food and stuff, so I don't think there was no race to get them down. Scott Roberts, thank you for joining the show. So, but yeah, so we're going to be panning out some Paydirt today. It's, like I said, it was a 100% ROI bag out of a southern state from a previous seller who's no longer selling. Or at least I really hope they're not selling. They haven't been selling for a while, so we're going to go through that. Hopefully we'll find some gold. I should get over a gram in there, something like that. I don't even remember when I bought it. I bought it a long time ago. It was actually for a very specific reason I bought this bag, but since that seller closed, there was really no reason to have that bag anymore. I have the bell clicked, so I do get provided I'm on the YouTube when the notification. Yep. So, and I've also noticed I get less notifications where, like, if you go on your phone and you open up YouTube and then you close it, it's still in the background. But if you do the little swipe up and you get rid of YouTube, then I won't get the notifications as much. So, I mean, it's not generally, that's why I do all my shows at the exact same time all the time. So, look at that. Mad Hatter prospecting collecting. How is it going, brother? How you been doing? Hopefully you and the wife and kid been doing good. It's been a while since you've gotten on a live show. Hopefully you've been doing well. Everyone's doing okay over there. The Mad Hatter. No. But, all right, let's go. We're going to shrink down the ugly mug. I'm not sure how long I'll last tonight before my head gets too congested. I'm trying to do these shows every Tuesday. I figure I got to do something, move around the house. And I will have some videos starting coming out now. So I've just decided, sick or not, I'm going to put out videos and stuff like that. But let's shrink down the ugly mug, go to the cam, and start panning, because it is a lot of material. So it is a pan full of material. So I think it's about 3.5, 4 pounds of material. So it might take a while. Don't really know anything about the gold size or anything like that. So it might all be fine gold. Who knows? Went and looked on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is YouTube. I don't think YouTube likes me very much. I don't know why. Maybe it's my ugly mug. Maybe it's something I've said about YouTube. I don't know. But even me, if I type in Miller Prospecting in my search, I have to scroll down a good bit, and sometimes my live shows don't even show up. They usually show up the 3rd or 4th video, but some days they don't show up at all. So I don't know. I don't care if YouTube likes me or not, as long as people watch my videos and know my live show that are regular. So, YouTube, they'll do their own thing. Alan, how's it going? I sent you a message on Patreon. And your Paydirt will be going out tomorrow. See, I have the bag right here. So that will be going out tomorrow. I've got everything all set up. After the live show, I'm going to make it, put it in an envelope, and ship it out to you. So sorry again for the wait. Mike Wolf, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. They show up me every time. Yeah, see, they like you. They don't like me. So usually I'm pretty good at knowing who's doing live shows and stuff like that. I need to get a lot better, though. Rocky Mountain Prospector, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. So, like I said, I think it's either or. You're either going to get all their messages or you're going to get none. So I think a lot of it has to do maybe with they have an algorithm probably where if it gives you notification and you don't go watch the video or don't go watch the live, they're like, why bother? This guy never shows up. I'm feeling a lot better. Like I said, I'm still a little bit rugged around the edges and my sinuses are still really jacked up, but I will take that over the laid out in bed, curled up in the fetal position for a week that I was. So doing a lot better. It helps that, as you get a little bit better, you can start going outside more and doing stuff, and, doing stuff like that. So, all right, let's shrink down the ugly mug. I'm sure everyone's already sick of seeing it. Let's get to the panning cam, start panning out some of this material and start seeing some gold, especially at $81, $81 a gram. I wouldn't mind having another little gram. Plus, it's almost Patreon appreciation time, so I need to get some gold for my Patreon show to give away. I'm not doing any videos has really cut down on the amount of gold I have, so I'm really stretching the limits right now in gold. So but there we go. Here's our pan all set up. Give me a second while I set up my microphone. And while I'm doing this, if one of my mods wants to drop the hidden link, I would appreciate it. This way everyone can spend their time going to leave a comment on the hidden link and get their chance at maybe winning one of the 2 bags of RJ's Paydirt I'll be giving away next week on the Tuesday Live. All right, let's slap some gloves on. I'm already sick. I don't need to get sicker. All right, let's open up chat on my phone. There we go. And thank you very much, HD, or whatever mods have dropped the link. I appreciate it. George Clooney, I don't know about that. I think you might need to get your eyes checked some more. When I get a little stubble on my head, I've had people, the only person I've ever had anyone say I looked like is the guy, when I have a little bit of stubble on my head, because he usually has stubble on his head, he's not like pure bald, is the guy from Walking Dead, the mean guy with the bat, whatever his name was. I've had a couple people say I looked like him, which is, I don't see it either, but that's it. Bierman's Gold Prospecting, how's it going? So here we go. Here is all of our material we're going to be going through. Supposed to have $100 worth of gold. I bought this last year. I think gold was $70 a gram. So should be like 1.2, 1.3 grams in here. It's very fine material. So I'm thinking this is just going to jack my water up pretty bad, which the water was already used from last week. I didn't clean it. That should be the full link. But I'm sure one of my mods, if one of the mods wants to go to the video and pull the full link. Yeah, definitely making some money on this Paydirt. I mean, I paid $100 for it when gold was $70 and gold's $80 now, so Well, that's if the gold's here. Again, this is from a seller who ended up closing up shop, ripping off a lot of people, and he knew this was ordered. It was for a non-review thing. It was for a live show. I was going to do something on a live show. So I ordered it direct from him, and he knew it was going to be sitting on my shelf for months and months. So you never know. He might have been like, oh, well, he's not going to see there's no gold in here. I mean, I think there's going to be gold, but, you know. There you go, Justin. I see the link up there. Thank you very much, HD, for that. Aqua Donkey Prospecting, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. All right. This will be it. Do we see gold in the first pan? No. There is one tiny little piece. So, there is some gold. So, I'm not totally skunked. You got to start going to Patreon early, Justin. I put the link on Patreon a day early. Oh, there's actually a couple pieces. So once we clean it up, 4 little pieces of gold on our way. That's not $100 yet, but we're going to get there. Ooh, only 25? Man, a lot of y'all just, come on now. Got to have at least as many likes as people watching. And usually people leave and come back and leave. I feel bad. I've been feeling so bad. So, you know, like right when you first get sick and you're really just laid out in bed, you pretty much eat nothing and you feel yourself just like, ooh, good, I'm losing some weight. Sucks being sick. But now I've been making up for it. Yesterday, I was eating so much yesterday. I was like, oh, I feel a little bit better. I'll eat. No, I feel a little bit better. I'll eat again. I must have ate dinner 3 times last night. So I put on all the weight that I lost. Donna, thank you very much. Donna, way too kind. Donna, thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. And Wrenches Repair, thank you as well. I really appreciate that. Oh, yeah, I can understand that, Justin. I appreciate the conscience doing that. Mattio, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Idaho Jeff, thank you for joining the show. Make sure, everyone, if you haven't, you can scroll up through chat to see the hidden comment. Go leave a hidden comment so you can have a chance to get spot number 8 for my giveaway, which I will be doing next week. So, thank you, Donna. Thank you again. So, make sure you go through, scroll up, find the hidden link. Got back to panning after not buying or doing any in a year. Ugh. See, that's why you just got to have like tailings. See, that's why I keep a tailings bucket. So even if I didn't have anything to pan out, you know, like when I first started doing this and I wasn't doing videos as often as I do them now, I always kept my tailings and I would just keep going through my tailings over and over and over until eventually I just would find nothing. Then be like, okay, now I need to buy something. I've gone through this stuff so many times. There's just no gold, you know. G-Man Gold Digger, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. And make sure everyone to hit that thumbs up on the screen. I don't know. Maybe it'll make YouTube not hate me so much. I doubt it, but you never know. So it's not panning out too difficult. So far, all the gold's been pretty small, but dirtying up the water a little bit. We haven't even gone through too much material, so I'm pretty sure by the end this water's going to be pretty rank. So, in a food coma. Almost has an Australian look. This really looks like Australian, not Australian, Arizona Paydirt. This looks like Belmont. It's from a southern state. It's called a special blend, so I'm sure it was from you know, Arizona and New Mexico and all those places around there. So you got about a year's worth of Miller prospecting. Well, I know in some of those you won some nuggets. So some of those are going to have some nice little nuggets in them. So Heath Dottie's Adventures, thank you for joining the show. So yeah, Justin, you should have some fun with some of those bags. I think most of them were all Tuesday tailings, but maybe there was some in there that weren't. But I know some of them you won some. I think twice, I think 2 times last year you won. So more gold. It's all pretty. It's not minus 40, but it's pretty small so far. It's gonna add up. But then again, you know, all the big stuff might have sunk to the bottom. Package total, whatever speaks to you. Open up your freezer and whatever speaks to you, that's what's for dinner. That's what I do. I look in my fridge, my cabinets, and I say, what's speaking to me? Tacos. We had a Mexican weekend with my kids. So we did tacos one night. We did fish tacos another night. We did tortilla soup last night because I was not feeling so great yesterday. So we did tortilla soup yesterday. And another day we did quesadillas. And then what was the other one? Enchiladas. So I'd never had tortilla soup before. It was pretty good. Cold White Castles for dinner tonight. I do like White Castles. It's been a long time since I've had them. I don't eat out very often. It's too expensive nowadays to eat out. It's crazy. You know, family of 3 going to, like, you know, what was it? When I was sick, one day I told my kids and my daughter and her boyfriend to go get Sonic, and I'd pay for it. 3 people, $35 at Sonic. It's like for $35, I could have went to Walmart and got some steaks, you know, have some mashed potatoes and some green beans for $35. It's just crazy. BLTs, that's my son's favorite. That's what I make him for breakfast usually before he goes to school. Start his day off with a BLT so you can't complain. Casey, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Jason, that is my go-to for if I have to eat out. It's pizza. Pizza is probably still the only affordable thing you can get. I mean, it's crazy. You can go get, you know, 2 large pizzas for like $30 that'll feed 6 people easily. You know, a large pizza will easily feed 3, maybe 4 people, depending, you know, on the size, you know. But like for me and my 2 kids, 1 large pizza is easy, you know, and I'll probably still have a slice or 2 left over. And that's like $15-$20, but feed them, you know, McDonald's or something else. It's crazy how much it'll cost. You know. And how you been doing, Jason? Been doing good. I still need to email you, Jason. I don't know if you were here last week, but I need to email you about your sluices. I need to see about buying in bulk. But I'll try to remember to hit you up tonight or tomorrow. Email you about it. Now I'm really hungry. Yeah, we always go off from gold and start talking about food halfway through panning. The conversations on Miller prospecting are always the same: Paydirt and food. Oh, that sounds good. I do love meatballs. Meatballs are always good. Wes is going to, all right, well, I'll hit up Wes. But I'll be making that announcement. I'll email Wes tomorrow or the next day, or like I said, tonight or tomorrow. But I'll be talking about that giveaway next week. I think next Tuesday we'll start talking about it. So wheezing. Oh yeah, I don't even. I try not to even watch anything on YouTube on my phone anymore. I just either watch it on TV or I watch it on my laptop. The only time I watch YouTube on my phone is if there's somebody's live or video on and I have to drive somewhere for my kids. Then I'll, you know, put it on my phone while I'm driving and just listen and work. Chocolate chip brownie. Ugh. Yep, that's it. You need fuel for the. Even though I will say I almost never eat anything before the show. So I'm always super hungry when the show's over. And it usually sucks because I already have decided, like tonight, I'm having just chicken and mashed potatoes because that's what's in my fridge. People start talking about food, and I'm like, man, I really want that now. Like a pizza does sound good, but then I have to behave because I already have the stuff. And I'll just pretend. So tonight, I'm going to pretend like my chicken and mashed potatoes is pizza. Alaskan Assassin Adventures. Thank you for joining the show. Those high graders were messy. I haven't done a high grader yet. I have a whole bunch. I don't know if you saw earlier in the show, but I have a ton of the high graders on my shelf. I will be giving away some high graders on September 10th during that live show. I've got 2 high graders to give away on September 10th. I will be doing an 8-hour live show. So from noon to about 8 on September 10th, I will be doing an extremely long live show, and I will be giving away 2 high graders during that show at some point or another. And thank you, everyone, for joining this show. If I miss anybody in chat, I really apologize. Tom from Tom's Randomness. How's it going? Now I'm starving. Fargo Chronic. No, but yeah, thank you, everyone, for joining the show tonight. I really appreciate it. So if I miss something you say, feel free to ask again. It's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I am panning and I have to just look at my phone every once in a while to catch up on chat, and sometimes I miss chat. So if you ask me a question and I don't answer, feel free to ask it again and keep asking until I answer. That sounds good, Justin, except for it's 6 hours away. Because all this talk, you're going to be a lot hungrier before then. Groovy Gold Hunter, how's it going? Everyone's showing up tonight. I do like their Chef Boyardee pizza kits. I do like those. They're pretty good. They're just too expensive for me because I got to then go get all the other toppings. You got to get the black olives. You got to get the pepperoni and everything else. And I would eat them every day, so, you know. And I can't be eating them every day. All right, let's see if still nothing but small gold so far. Yeah, still just small, little, tiny gold. I'm not complaining, though. I'll take $100 with a small gold just as well as $100 with a chunky gold, so. All right, well, I appreciate that, Ortiz. I figured probably most people wouldn't be for the entire show. They'll probably just pop in and out. It won't matter. I will be talking more. I will be posting probably this weekend. I will be posting the live show and what it's about on YouTube so everyone can get the notifications early and tell it to remind them. So Yeah, that's one of the things I like about the pizza kits is you can have your kids make their own pizza. You know, especially like my daughter, she wants absolutely nothing on her pizza, and it's so aggravating. You know, if you get a pizza from a pizza place and you tell them half with like all these ingredients and the other half just cheese, they're charging you for that whole pizza. You know, if you get 10 toppings and they charge you $1 per topping, it doesn't matter if it's only on half of it. And you know they're not putting double the toppings, so if you make them at home, you can let your daughter just put cheese. And how's things been going, Tom? I see you're on, what is it, WhatsApp or whatever that the coin app now. And I also heard that I saw you're going to start having some Paydirt out soon. I'll be curious to see that. And while everyone is here, I might as well, since we have a lot of people on this show, make sure everyone that you go to, anyone that looks like they have a channel, which is pretty much everyone in chat, go to their channel. If you get tired of hearing my voice and you just want to take a break for a second, click on everyone's name in the show, go to their channel, make sure you subscribe. It costs absolutely nothing to subscribe to anybody here. And a lot of these channels really appreciate, including myself, and I'm sure all of them, and really enjoy getting new subscribers. And like I said, it costs you nothing. It's just being part of the community is helping each other out. And if all you can do to help each other out is subscribe to each other, it counts a lot to a lot of people. So make sure you go subscribe to everyone's channel, watch their videos, help them out, things like that. So a lot of irons in the fire to Ford McDonald's. Jason G, how's it going? Yeah, my daughter is just blah when it comes to pizza. It just drives me crazy because she'll go eat, like, she loves like eating like Korean food, and Korean food has like all kinds of crazy spices and all kinds of things in it. You know, she'll go get Korean ramen and all these weird Korean fish noodles, but then you say, oh, a pizza, just cheese, just like, oh. Whole bunch more Tiny Gold. So she is not an adventurous pizza eater. Every once in a while, she'll do a Hawaiian pizza, but that's very rarely too. So only mods can do that, I think. I don't know. I was on somebody else's show. Well, if you just see their name, you can just type it in a new chat, in a new tab. Yeah, Korean food is good. I made my daughter, I think it was like 2 years ago, I think for her 18th birthday, or maybe it was her 19th. I made a whole bunch of Korean food for her. And that cost me so much money because I had to go get all these ingredients that we was going to use one time. But luckily, they do have a really good Asian store by me that carries a lot of Korean food. So I made her a whole bunch of Korean stuff. It was all pretty good. Some of it was really too spicy even for me, and I like spicy food, but craving Thai food. Red Man, how's it going? GCMC Mining Tony, how's it going? Grandma Kelly's Clean Life, Clean Living, how's it going? Nothing wrong with clean living, that's for sure. Brad Welch, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Yeah, almost all Asian type foods are really good. Thai, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, I love them all. I always get jealous. I watch a lot of cooking shows, or not cooking shows, but like things about chefs. Like I really enjoy watching documentaries or series about good chefs. And I always get really jealous when you hear them talking. You know, like Top Chef is one of the shows I really like watching. And they tell you about, oh, they went on tour and they spent like 2 years traveling through Asia, working at all these kitchens. And I'm like, oh, that would just be so awesome. Except for I wouldn't want to be a chef. Yeah, I worked in enough restaurants. I didn't want to be a chef, but man, it'd be so cool to just work, just traveling from, you know, Asian restaurant to Asian restaurant. Just doing my boring life. Aaron Mack, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And if one or all my mods want to drop the hidden link, I'd appreciate it since we've had so many new people come in. Make sure when my mods drop the hidden link, you go leave a comment on that one and stay till the end of the show. I will be pulling name number 8 tonight, and then next week we'll be giving away the prizes for my current live show giveaway. I've got 2 bags of RJ's Paydirt. I think they each have 0.3 grams of gold in them, so you'll have 1 of 2 chances to win it. There's the hidden link. See, spot number 8 of 8. And of course, as always, you have to be here when I pull your name or you lose your spot. So you don't want to miss out if your name gets pulled. And then next week, we'll give those prizes away. So again, we got 2 bags of Paydirt to give away next week just for people who join my live show and hang out, and they get the chance to win that. Yeah, it is, Tom. It's not like here. I mean, if you go to really nice restaurants, they put a lot of care into it here, but it's just amazing. Like if you go to a lot of places in, Asia, the littlest places, like the little hot dog stand, and how much care they put into making your hot dog, or your hamburger, just that little bitty $4 dish of noodles. Here, you order a $4 dish of noodles, man, you're going to get sick if you eat it, you can get chefs that really care about your food, but you're going to be paying, $100 for it. So what did I miss? I missed something in chat. Oh man, I missed a lot in chat. Well, that's awesome. Dragons AU getting Paydirt. It's always a good thing to look forward to. Hey, Bob, how's it going? Bob Peterson, thank you for joining the chat. I'm doing good. Still a little sick, but, nothing some more NyQuil won't get rid of eventually. I'll either get better or run out of NyQuil, one of the two. Yeah, I know that. I see that. We're getting a lot of people that normally don't popping in a lot today, which is awesome. I really enjoy everyone hanging out. So is Mega Dog here? How's it going, Mega Dog? And thank you to my mods, Donna, Ortiz, and HD Shovel, Ed, and Weez and Geezer for being here tonight and keeping the rowdy bunch in control. I appreciate that. Dylan, I have some unsearched cons with the 10th gram of gold added from that I've been trying to sell. You can ask Ranger P about the gold. Are you hitting me up to buy some? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing, Heath? If you are, just email me. Email me at Dylan@Miller Prospect. I'm always up. I'll buy some from one of my live shows, maybe. I just posted my email in chat, and if you just email me, I always use more Paydirt on my shelf for future live shows. And thank you very much, Mark. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you and Donna and John from Wrenches Repairs. Thank you very much. That will almost pay for a refill of my NyQuil. That stuff is through the roof nowadays. Brad Welch, thank you for joining the show. And anyone I missed I apologize, but thank you for being here. Anyone who is not typing in chat, but just hanging out and lurking in the background, like A3 Sky Warrior and people like that. Brad Lacey, thank you very much for joining the show and just watching. I really appreciate it. I have panned out some of Tim's Paydirt on the live show. I've panned out a lot of people in the chat's Paydirt on the live shows, which is really awesome. I still have some Gentleman Prospector on my shelf, some Mega Dog. I have another bag of Brad Lacey to go through. I have some Vendetta still on the shelf I need to go through. What is affordable these days besides watching? Yeah, watching YouTube is, it's about as cheap as you can get these days, if you want to watch TV, you got to pay for one of these internet packages, there's Netflix or something. It seems like every time you turn it on, there's a little pop-up telling you that their price just went up, or now it's got more ads than it did before. More small gold. There's a lot of small gold. I didn't save the description on this Paydirt because again, this was just something I was going to do for a live show. But an Ozark Bucks, yeah, Brad, great guy, great guy. He's not here. I was going to try to get everyone to go to his channel because he just started his channel and he just posted his first video. If you want to, you can go look him up, Ozark Bucks. But next week he'll be here. Tonight I don't think he's going to be here at all, so it'd be easier if he was here and I could push him. He could post something. But Gregory Littleton, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate that, Brian. Thank you very much. And JNV Rock Hounding, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Backyard Prospecting, how's it going? YouTube wants money too. Yeah, they do pop out for the the stuff, and they do put ads, but I don't mind them. Everyone's got to make their penny, so I don't mind. I don't even mind, like, I have Prime because I order a lot of stuff on Amazon for, stuff like that. And plus I know the hack how to get Prime for half price. So I pay half price for my Prime every single month. And, they started putting ads on the movies, and I'm okay with that. When I grew up on TV, you watched everything on TV, there was ads. And before they would throw an ad, they would cut out part of the movie. They'd be like, oh, well, you don't need to see this 3 minutes of the movie. We're going to put an ad in. They didn't gracefully edit it. At least now with Prime, they edit it. You watch the, 3 minutes of commercials before the movie starts. So. Des Moines River, no luck. You just got to keep hunting. There's gold. You just got to keep looking. You got to look under them big boulders and the cobbles, right? That's Jason. It's always underneath the cobbles. All right, let's see. More small gold. More small gold. It's not, I'm guessing it'll all add up in the end, but we haven't even really made a dent in this dirt yet, so we'll have to start panning a little faster. Oh, did I just see I think I just saw a big piece of gold. I think I saw me a little picker in there. Can't really tell if I can hear it or not, but. And thank you very much, Ed, for dropping the link. And in case you haven't, if you're new, make sure my mod HD just dropped a link. It says win spot number 8 of 8. I am doing a live show giveaway. I do one during every single live show. I give something back to the people who just watch these live shows. And right now I'm currently giving away 2 bags of RJ's Paydirt. We're going to have 8 spots. I will be giving those away next week. And if you want to have a chance to win, just enter that hidden video, leave a comment. At the end of tonight's show, I will go pick one person out of all the comments, and that person will be entered in next week's drawing. So. Oh, poison ivy. That's always fun. Everything looks bigger in water. There you go. Is that it? Episode number 157. Yeah, so episode number 157. And you can always go to my website, millerprospecting.com. I have all my live shows in order so you can see them all. You can see the results after some of the shows the next day. But it's much easier to find all my videos on my website. Shameless plug, millerprospecting.com. And eBay Nugget. No, I think this is actually bigger than the eBay Nugget. Yeah. Oh, two of them. Yeah, see, that's definitely bigger than an eBay Nugget. I will say I have a video coming out Saturday, and the person, I think they have a picture of a piece of gold, and the piece of gold is probably like this size, and they call that a nugget. So, you know, eBay Nuggets is when you have to use a magnifying glass to show it. So, these you definitely don't need a magnifying glass. If you need any type of magnification, it's not a nugget. Chef V, how's it going? Let me drink some water. All this talking's wrecking my throat. I'm going to be panning out some thermal Paydirt September 10th. I think I'll be doing some. I've got so many bags of Paydirt for the 10th. So the 10th right now, I think we've got a bag from Amaze 6. What else do we have? We've got I think 2 bags from Paul Preston. Somebody else too. And we got a big bag from Thermal City. And I think maybe one more person. So all big bags of Paydirt to go through the tent. So we'll probably have enough Paydirt to go through. If not, I've always got more on the shelf. I can start pulling stuff. So GS, what's up? That was a great video of you and your kids going out to the waterfall, brother. Oh, what's wrong with your camper now, PA? Man, you just string of bad luck, man. Cobra Prospecting, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining the show. Nugget size quarter gram. I consider anything a nugget over 0.5. Anything a picker is probably plus 10 mesh and above, but it's got pickers are a little bit harder for me to distinguish, but I consider anything a nugget over 0.5 grams because I think that's about where it'll start making some good noise. You can easily pick it up because a picker, depending if you got little, tiny little fingers or, fingernails and stuff like that, pretty much anything can be picked up. So, but for weight wise, I think a nugget is 0.5 and above. Now, I'm sure the people that deal with bigger nuggets and lots of chunky gold in Alaska, they don't consider, anything under a gram or 2 to be a nugget. But, for me, that's what I consider. Hey, Wesley, how's it going? I still need to email you, Wesley. Jason was in chat earlier. I need to talk to you about some bulk sluices. So, I'm going to say I'm going to try to email you tonight, but if not, I'll send you a message tonight or tomorrow through Patreon to remind myself. But in fact, I'm going to go write it down so I remember. because I will be doing a Christmas giveaway this year for my Patreon members. But I'll start talking about that next week during that Patreon show. Nuggets up from there and up. Yeah, I can see that. That's everyone's going to be a little bit different, but I think everyone should have a very specific size. One of the things I don't like is if you see a lot of, especially with Paydirt sellers, they classify everything as a nugget. That's why it's known as eBay nuggets, because you can get something that's essentially won't even budge a scale, but because there's something smaller than it, they'll say that this is a nugget. Like if you get a piece of minus 50 gold, and next to it you put a big pile of minus 300 gold, they're going to say that minus 50 is a nugget. It's not. It's got to be weight-wise. And I think if you're a Paydirt seller and you call something a nugget, you should also explain what you think is a nugget. Which I will say, the one seller, I'm pretty sure it's the one I'm reviewing for Saturday, they did say what they thought was a nugget, which, I didn't agree with it, but at least if they tell you, hey, it's got to be, 20 mesh or above to be a nugget, then what your nugget's going to be is 0.20, which isn't really that big, but Indiana Creek. Yeah, that's what I said. But at least everyone knows now. So if anyone bought anything from you, they'd say, okay. You emailed me last night? Oh, okay. Well, I haven't looked. I haven't checked my email today. Today was, putter around the house because it's a live show. More small gold. So far we found a whole bunch of little gold and 2 little pickers. So, and my dirt nugget is over 0.5. Yeah. Now, I will say, I did see, now, GNS might have just been being nice because I was yip-yapping in my mouth, but Mike over at GNS, he said he agreed that anything over 0.5 was a nugget, so. Now, the only reason I do that is because when I do save, like if I'm going through a lot of Paydirt and I get pickers and nuggets and stuff like that, I do separate them and label them that so I can, for future giveaways and stuff like that. Yeah, ask my 7-year-old. It's all nuggets. Yep. So, but yeah, it's just the one thing I always had a pet peeve about is, if somebody says, oh, every bag is guaranteed a nugget, but then they don't tell you what a nugget is. Like if a seller says, hey, your bag is guaranteed a nugget and I consider everything 0.1 and above a nugget, then then you're saying, okay, well, I'm going to probably find a 0.1 gram nugget, Ah, yeah, my old Chuck Norris story. Yeah, eBay's brutal. I buy and sell on eBay still. And it just kills me. You sell something on eBay. What did I sell? I sold something the other day, and it was fairly cheap too. It was like $15, $16. Then after I shipped it and I looked, and it's like, oh wow, I got like $3. I'm like, what? It wasn't even worth it. Yeah, I will say I think your prices are too low on eBay, Troubled One. I've seen your listings, and when I look for eBay, I last time I saw your Paydirt on eBay, I looked up 1 gram gold Paydirt, and yours was the cheapest bag. So if yours is the cheapest, that means you have room to wiggle. So I think yours was, I don't remember what it was. It was like $85 or 90, maybe it was 90. But the next closest person was, I think, like 110. So there was like a $20 difference between your bag and the next person's. Yeah. So that means you should have probably raised your prices, $5 or $10. Yeah, yeah. eBay, like, it's one of the reasons why I almost never review eBay anymore. There are some good sellers on eBay. It's just not only are there not a lot of good sellers on eBay, eBay itself is just disastrous. eBay makes it so hard for anyone to actually make money. You know. Yeah, and that's another thing. See, it used to be not so bad with eBay back in the day, when you'd get paid through PayPal or however you wanted, and you didn't get a 1099 at the end of the year. It was kind of like if you have a yard sale. The government's not writing you a 1099 at the end of the year because you sold a whole bunch of trash in a yard sale. eBay was kind of like your yard sale online. You didn't pay tax on it. But now that they're sending out 1099s and stuff like that, it's like, okay, so yeah, if I sell something and make $5, now I'm gonna have to pay tax on it. So now it's like $2. Not to mention my 2 hours of time I have to do filling out my taxes just so I can keep that $2. I am Zaxxon. How's it going? Thank you for joining the show. SRIP63, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate that. So eBay now is just, unless you really pay attention to what you're doing. I mean, I just sell, a couple things on eBay just to, get rid of them every once in a while. But it's afterwards, I always just shake my head afterwards. Like I would have been almost as good just throwing it straight in the trash, you know? But sadly, the alternative is you do something like Facebook Marketplace, and then you got to deal with somebody, they might try to rob you or something like that, so. But definitely, troubled one. I would definitely do a search on eBay and make sure you're not underpricing yourself too much. Like if you're trying to be the cheapest person on eBay, and that's what I do. Whenever I sell on eBay, I always make sure I'm the cheapest person on eBay. But it doesn't mean you have to be really a lot cheaper. You know, I listed something the other day that the lowest price was $199. And I was like, well, I listed it 150. I just took $10 off, 189. I'll sell mine faster than they will. And yeah, $10, but I don't want to drop it too much. Yeah, that's one thing. If anyone that thinks about selling Paydirt or anything else, make sure you have your ducks in the water when it comes to expenses. And I tell everyone this all the time. Log everything. Even if you don't think it matters, every penny counts. If you go to the post office, if you say, I'm going to go to the post office and drop all this stuff off, write yourself a note that says you just spent an hour going to the post office and $1 worth of gas. That $5, you're going to write it off at the end of the year. You're going to say, hey, I drove and it cost me $5 for gas. you know, because I get 1099s at the end of the year for my Patreon stuff, and I got to keep tons of information just to make sure that the government's, if I take in $500 on Patreon and give back $500 at the end of the month, I didn't make any money. But if I don't show all that, the IRS will try to tax me on it. So you keep your ducks, write down everything. Spreadsheets are your friend. Our taxes got to pay those ones. Our taxes got to pay off so much stuff, it's not even funny. I mean, if I think about it, if you think about it, probably everyone in here's chat is still going to be, all our taxes for the year for everyone in chat is still paying off probably for the next 2 or 3 years all the money that Tom Brady got from his PPP loan that was forgiven. Tom Brady at one point was the highest paid quarterback in the league, took out a PPP loan, and it was forgiven. A man who was married to a supermodel, it makes more money than anyone out here in chat all combined, got forgiven a PPP loan. So, troubled one. Patreon shouldn't be taxed. Yeah, shouldn't, couldn't, wouldn't. Now I will say they it's so goofy. So here's what happened. So when the government originally it used to be, you had to get $20,000, the old PayPal rule. You had to have received more than $20,000 to get a 1099. And then they passed the new law where it's going to be $600. So that first year, every company complied, which means I got a 1099 from Patreon. Well, then the next year after that, it was suspended because of COVID and all these other things. They were trying to just make less work. So I haven't gotten a 1099 from Patreon in the last 3 or 4 years because of that, because they haven't updated yet. But you don't want to tell the IRS. So if I go to my accountant and say, hey, look, I made, $20,000 from Patreon, and the next year I made 18 again, but they didn't send me a 1099. If I don't declare that, that's 100%. They'll audit me and want to know why I didn't. And it's 10 times more trouble. So now I have to self-report it. I'm still paying last year's taxes. I remember one year. So growing up, I worked for my dad in construction for years and years and years. Never paid taxes. It was under the books, cash business, and that was it. And then I bartended for years and years and years and years. In little bitty bars that was all cash. Every week they just hand you some cash and you got cash tips, so you didn't pay taxes. It was just, that's how it was. You didn't even file. And then my first job where I started working for a really good restaurant, the girl in the office said, well, how many deductions do you want? And I said, I don't know what deductions. I had never filled out, any of that paperwork before. And she said, just the higher the number, the less they'll take out. And I said, well, put me down for 10. And she said, are you sure? And I said, yeah, put me down for 10. I was like, I don't want to have them take out any money for taxes. Well, unfortunately, at this restaurant, you didn't take cash tips. Well, you did, but you had to turn them in at the end, and they put them on your paycheck at the end. So at the end of the year, needless to say, I owed thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to the IRS. And I was like, well, I don't have that kind of money, so I'm just not going to pay y'all. So I didn't pay them. Draco's Dragon has it going. And I just didn't pay the IRS, and I just went around my business and kept on working and paying taxes after that normally. And after about 5 years, they hit me up with a letter and said, you still owe us all this money. And we want you to pay it. So it took me, I think, 3 years to pay them back all the money I owed them. But so pay your taxes. Refotress, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And thank you again to everyone joining the show. I really appreciate everyone who's joining the show tonight. And in case you don't know, we are going through a bag of Southern Paydirt. That's as much as I'm going to say about it. It's from a Southern seller who is no longer in business. They stopped selling and kind of went on their way, and I don't know. Hopefully they never come back because they ripped off a lot of people, but you never know. Usually crooks come back around. What are taxes? I wish someone would steal. Yeah. It doesn't actually work that way, unfortunately. When I filed disability, one of the things they make you do when you file for disability is you have to do a IRS credit check, which the IRS then goes through all your stuff to see if somebody else is using your identity, and then make sure you're not trying to hide money from the government for your disability. And I found out that my name was being used in New Jersey by 3 individuals who all work at the Target. Because I was born in New Jersey, so that's where they got my Social Security number. But for probably the last 10 years, 3 people have all been using my Social Security in New Jersey at the Target warehouse. And they're still to this day using my Social Security number. But the government knows that and just takes their money and throws it away and doesn't give it to me or them. So the government knows a lot of these people when they do their identity. It doesn't really help you. So which company? I'd just rather not say he's a bad company. I don't want anyone to be looking them up, seeing if they're selling, because they might come back. I will say it was not lynch mining, though. 6 people. Yeah, it's always companies, because, that's what I thought. I was like, well, it's kind of funny that, one target doesn't notice that 3 of its employees are using the exact same social security number. Like their software can't tell that. It's like, their software tells them that. They just don't care. Oh, Draco, sorry to hear that, brother. Hopefully everything, gets better. Starts with a K? No. I don't know. Was there a seller that started with a K? It does look like New Mexico material. That's a really good guess. So it's supposed to be a blend of 3 materials. And to me, it looks like Arizona. It's definitely southern material. It looks like Arizona, Belmont, or, one of those places, or New Mexico. It's definitely somewhere in that area. Yeah, lynch mining. So lynch mining, it really sucks the way lynch mining closed. I'm guessing it's just, you don't know what's going behind other people's things, and and it sucks that they ended up beating a whole bunch of people out of Paydirt and gold and stuff like that. But they did sell for years and years and years and had really decent Paydirt for years and years and years. And then just one day something changed and they just got so far behind they couldn't catch up. And this seller, on the other hand, they were selling for, I think, maybe a year, if even that. Another little picker. And some more small gold. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Refoges, I'd go ask him to send you a copy of that degree. Might be a good one. Man, you might just have to show up at the hospital and tell them you want to be their new brain surgeon. Head of pediatrics or something like that. Like, hey, I got the degree. I know Culver's been good. I've seen Culver's got some new bags out. I have not been able to try them. Right now, I'm very limited on the sellers I can buy Paydirt from because I am doing my Super Bowl, my Paydirt championship pretty soon. So I don't want to do too many Paydirts beforehand that are going to have a chance of being in the Super Bowl. So that pretty much limits the number of sellers I can do 1 gram bags of Paydirt from. But I did see, and I do like Culver. He is in my top 10 of recommended sellers. So there you go. Thank you very much, HD, for always helping everyone out. Appreciate that. Got to be a Culver patron. Remember to get the new stuff. Oh, well. I'm not fancy like that. With rising gold prices, selling gold you don't mine yourself or already own as a slipper. Yeah. I think that's, I did a video. I will say this is big Texas prospecting's Paydirt. I did a video about him and why I think he ended up getting behind. And like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with if you try to do too much with your Paydirt, you try to give too much. If you don't put a good price on your Paydirt, you're going to lose if you're not mining your own gold. I know for a fact, I know where a lot of these sellers buy their gold from. I talk to a lot of Paydirt sellers. I talk to a lot of vendors. Vendors will tell me, oh, so-and-so just bought X number, an ounce of gold from me. So I know where they're buying their gold from. Not every seller. Some sellers are smart and buy gold cheap and discounted prices. And they can afford to sell their Paydirt cheaper. Some sellers mine their own gold. But if you're buying gold at spot price or slightly above spot price, you have to be really careful. Don't try to be super generous. Just make a niche for yourself, if there's no one selling Paydirt from New Jersey or, that's got red clay, like right now, there's very few sellers. I don't think anyone right now has any Paydirt that's essentially just clay. You make some clay Paydirt and put a gram of gold in it. And you can charge more because you're the only person selling clay Paydirt. I know Gold Bay every once in a while has this clay Paydirt up, but that's, not very often. You just got to find your niche. Don't try to be, like one of the things this was a 100% ROI bag. And I know for a fact this seller was buying his gold at spot price. You cannot buy gold at spot price and then give a 100% ROI bag of Paydirt. You're just going to lose money. That's a guaranteed loss. No. I can go to Canada. There's lots of places you can get red clay from. I particularly hate red clay. I hate panning out clay. But there are people that like it, or at least it's something unique, Yeah. All right. Almost getting down. We're getting down to the last of it. Missouri clay. Yeah. Yeah. I particularly, I reviewed, I think, Gold Bay's clay bag of Paydirt once. And after that, I would never do a bag of clay Paydirt, It just, it's just so hard to do. It just messes everything up. And you're not even 100% guaranteed that you're going to find all the gold just because the clay, unless you break it up microscopic. All right. More of that small stuff. So it seems like all this gold is the exact same classifications with a couple pickers thrown in. Mm. I mean, it's definitely a hard panning as clay, but I don't think it's fun. Like panning out black sands to me is fun. I know some people wouldn't consider it fun, but to me, that's fun. But clay is just, I don't know anyone that likes clay. Thank you very much, GS. So we'll have to see. Again, I don't remember. So this bag was guaranteed $100. And when did I buy it? So gold had to be right around. I think it was actually under 70 when I bought this. So it's definitely made me some money sitting on my shelf. Yeah, unless I was on like really good gold, I would not work clay. It's just, I mean, you have to be on really good clay, you know. All right, Weezen's leaving. We can do the giveaway now. Let's pull the name while Weezen's out. 12 buckets of clay. Oh my gosh. I hope you didn't go through that clay. I hope you were just getting it out of the way. I was sure it was worth it. Yeah. And again, thank you everyone for joining the show tonight. I appreciate it. Way too kind, everyone. I'll give you some good. I don't want any clay. I'm just saying, if you can't beat a seller by having the cheapest price, find something unique about your Paydirt. Even if it's just something like the name, or the area. I mean, for one reason, I know that this seller started getting popular is because of the fact that he was the only seller coming out of that state. Wasn't a state known for gold, but like, I don't think there's any real sellers. Most of the sellers that are selling Paydirt say they're either from California or Colorado or, Alaska. Those are the big ones. They used to have a seller. Oh, I can't remember his name. He was on eBay for a while, a couple of years back, 4 or 5 years back. But he was in like New Hampshire or somewhere like that. Very east, upper coast area. And he got really popular because he had good Paydirt and decent price, but it was somewhere new, So you don't always have to be the cheapest Paydirt if you just, want to build yourself a little niche. Run it through, yeah. That'll do. A cement mixer will break all that stuff up. Whenever I get a whole bunch of clay, I just look at it and then throw it in the bucket and say, oh, that's Tuesday tailings. Somebody else can deal with that. I don't think I've seen too many sellers with Vermont Paydirt or Vermont Gold. Yeah, GS, you're definitely the face of your channel, brother. Always smiling, man, brother. And again, anyone in chat, if you see somebody else in the channel that's talking or saying, the odds are 90% of the people in this channel, in this live show, have channels and need subscribers. So if you get bored of watching me panning, if you want to just take a second, just open up another tab or right click on their name and see if you can open up their channel and go subscribe to everybody. It's one of the few things in life that is absolutely free. It's subscribing to other people. So go subscribe to them. I'm sure they'll really appreciate it, having a new subscriber. I always enjoy new subscribers, so there's nothing like getting to your first 100 subscribers, your first 200, your first 500, your first 1,000. So make someone's day. Go subscribe to them. I think, like I said, I think every single person in my chat has a channel and wants more subscribers. So Vermont's got glacial gold, if I remember right. Most of the states have glacial gold, at the very least. But Heath, I told you, just type in email. Email me, Heath. Yeah, I just posted my email in chat. Email me and tell me, and I'll buy some. See, Refocus is going towards 2K. Go subscribe to him. Aqua Donkey's getting close to 200. Go subscribe to Aqua Donkey. Shane Prothero doesn't even have a channel. Go subscribe to him. GS Prospecting, he's got a whole bunch of subscribers. Go subscribe to him anyway. He needs more. AAA Rockhound needs subscribers. Mama Bird needs subscribers. Again, it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. You might actually like their content. Might find something good. Might learn something new. And heck, you never know. Brad Lacey, Ozark Buck, said he was never going to put out videos, and now, look, he just put out his first 2 videos, so now he needs subscribers. A couple months ago, he would have told you he didn't need subscribers. So you might not need subscribers today, but you never know in the future. I'm not a big fan. Now, I will say that AAA Rockhound, I know a lot of channels push for people to be public and not private. The base setting is private on YouTube. When you first join YouTube, I think it's set for private. I'm not a fan of asking people to be public subscribers. I know a lot of times people do it in their giveaways. They'll say you have to be a public subscriber. But a lot of people don't want you knowing what other things they like, you know? Oh, wow. I mean, it's nice to have public subscribers, but I think the vast majority of people that subscribe, I mean, I can look on my chat when I look in my feed for my videos. Like if I look at my top videos and I look at all the ones with the highest amount of comments, probably only 10% are publicly subscribed. So the vast majority of your subscribers will always be private. Start posting up some fake gold finds. Your subs will end up in 100. Keep it real and don't worry about the subs. Yep, that's what I always say. But you know, people in this community always need more subscribers. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. I wouldn't do anything to try to force subscribers. I know I've seen Paydirt reviewers before that were buying Russian traffic to their channel to try and get more subscribers and views. Just always make the content that makes you happy. In fact, I was talking to Brad from Ozark Bucks last night, and that was my final comment to him was make content that makes you happy and you'll enjoy doing it. If you do it just to get views or stuff like that, you won't be happy. Naked yoga. I have actually seen that, like, well, maybe not really naked, but there's definitely some channels out there. And I think my worst channel that I'm subscribed to would be Rich Rebuilds. That's it. But you never know. I want the option of maybe one day starting to like naked yoga, and I don't want everyone to know. The Russian guy was actually pretty impressive on how many people were just absolutely fooled. Like, oh my gosh, look, he's on the ocean. Because he actually would shoot some of his videos on the beaches of an ocean. And people would be like, look at all these gold nuggets on the ocean. It's like, come on, dude. They had so many people that would buy into it. It'd be like, yeah, this dude just found $1 million worth of gold and he's going to make YouTube videos. And he finds $1 million every week. I used to love watching. Just reading his comments were worth it to me. There's always naked mining. Yeah, and that's another thing. You never know. Someone might just go crazy. GS might all of a sudden be like, hey, look, I'm changing my channel. I'm doing naked yoga now. And people are like, oh, why is he? Yeah. You get a nice little smile here. That's it. Everyone changed their prospecting channel to naked prospecting. Yeah, editing is the absolute worst. I absolutely hate editing. I can tell everybody now, the reason I will ever probably close my channel and just be absolutely fed up one day will be because of editing. Right now I use editing software that expired 10 years ago. It does not get updates. If it goes broke, if something breaks on it, it will not work. And it will not work for Windows 11. So once I'm forced to use Windows 11, I will have to change out my software. And I've tried using, I own Adobe's editing software, and it's really good, except for I have to learn how to use it. And I don't want to have to learn how to use new editing software. So one of these days, my editing software will no longer work, and that will probably be the last video I ever put out. I will just be done. I will say, nope. The editing gods don't want me making any more videos. It definitely some nice clean gold. If you didn't know better, you'd even think that this is like, lynch mining. Because the material definitely looked like lynch. The gold, I don't know. The gold's probably not as big. Lynch tended to use a little bit larger gold. I'm going to guess this is all 30 mesh gold. And Lynch typically used 20 mesh, a lot of 20 mesh gold. Right. Now, I'm not going to weigh this up or anything because it doesn't really matter. I don't remember what I paid for this, or it was just $100 worth of gold. Right. Definitely got a nice little pile. Still using my phone, yeah. Well, that's why when I started my channel, everything I did was on my phone. And then once I switched to using my laptop for everything is when I got software. And what sucked, that was the year that they stopped promoting this software. They ended support for it. So I was like, oh, well, I'm like, it'll still work for a while. And now now the software is so bad. I used to be able to upload an entire 2-hour video and edit it down to 15 minutes. Now I have to actually upload it in 15-minute segments. I can only work at 15 minutes at a time. And then I have to save that and then splice them all together at the end. You know. Well, there you go. MillerProspecting.com. That looks like a good website to know. Definitely should bookmark it. There we go. Mostly cleaned out. Nice little pile. Some nice little pickers in there. So we got 3 little, I guess, nuggets, or 4. 4 of them. A little picker. I would say 3 nuggets. 3 nice pieces, 4 maybe. So then all the rest of that gold is pretty much all the same size. Wasn't too much difference. But all right, now we can start giving some stuff away. We're picking a name so we can give stuff away next week. Dennis, how's it going? This was a Paydirt bag. This was a Paydirt bag. It was from an old Paydirt seller that's since gone out of business for essentially ripping people off. Thanks for the info, RegLab. I have software. I have update software. I have Adobe software because I buy it every year, the Adobe bundle, so I can do my thumbnails. But I just don't want to learn. You see, the software I use for my editing is really, really simple. It's like, 10 different buttons. That's it. The new software has like 10,000 buttons. You have to upload the audio separate from the video and merge them all together, and it's just complicated. I like easy peasy. What? Amanda Culver being so demanding. All right. It's time to look at the ugly mug now. There we go. Nice smile there. Some nice gold. It's nice gold. And I actually, while the Paydirt seller was being an honest Paydirt seller, his Paydirt was pretty good. Just, sucks he went off the tilt end. But, not all sellers are made to sell Paydirt. I think selling Paydirt is a really, really hard business. So if you ever think about getting into it, make sure you have your ducks in a row from paperwork that you're going to need to do. Make sure you have lots and lots of spreadsheets. It's very easy to lose money trying to be too nice and making too good of a product. So, and there you go, hidden drop. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, so we dropped the hidden link. That was the last link that will be dropped. We're giving away spot number 8 tonight, and we will be doing the giveaway next week because next Tuesday is my Patreon live show. So we'll be giving that away. And we've got 8 spots. We already have 7 names pulled, and those are SRIP63, Alan Curie, Troubled One, Matthew Phelps, JNV Rockhound, Casey Swing, and RegLab. And the 8th person will be picked tonight. And then next week we'll give away these 2 bags of RJ's Paydirt, 1 to 2 people. So nobody has 2 drawings names yet, so it looks like it'll be 2 separate people that'll get bags of Paydirt shipped to them. And then again, we'll be giving away the regular stuff during the Patreon to all my Patreon members who support this channel. So if you want to get in the Patreon giveaway, you still have time. You can go check out patreon.com/Miller Prospecting. I use Power Editor Video. I don't know if I know that one. I've got a couple of them. I've got 3 different softwares. The one I use is an old Windows editing software. Then I have Adobe's, and I have another third one that I tried to play with. But again, I don't want to learn new stuff. I've been using the same editing software for 8 years now. I don't want to, have to learn to do new stuff. I have used it before. I've used the Adobe once before because I had one video where I had split screen and I needed to use it to make the split screen. And what normally would take me 5 minutes, I think took me 5 hours to do just to make that one little part. So, It's just whatever you get used to, like if you ever used two different softwares, they will be totally different because they don't want you to be able to easily swap from one to another. They want to make everything difficult, you know. So that way, once you get used to it, you won't want to change. So that way, when the license expires, you'll say, well, I don't want to learn a new system. Let me just rebuy a new one. So check this out. Day shift again next week. Well, that's awesome. I'm sure you appreciate being on day shift a lot better. So, but yeah, next week is Patreon live show. Here, let me move. Yeah, let me get this. There we go. Yeah, so next week is going to be Patreon Appreciation Live show. I'll be giving back to some Patreon members. I'll also start talking about the Christmas giveaway I'm going to be doing. That will be coming in December, obviously, but I will be doing a Christmas giveaway for my Patreon members, but there are going to be some rules. It's just not going to be a Wild West giveaway. There will be some rules on it, certain number of entries you can get, but I'll start talking about that next week. I also will be doing a really long 8-hour stream in September 10th. And we'll be talking about that next Tuesday as well, because I need to make the thumbnail for it and get all my ducks in a row for it as well. Make sure I have enough Paydirt, because it's 8 hours. It's going to take a lot of Paydirt to fill up 8 hours with. So I think I have enough Paydirt for that. And this Saturday, I do finally have a video coming out this Saturday. It is for a brand new seller. A brand new seller that Mike over at Golden Nugget Sales thinks is a great new seller. So we'll have to see about that. We've got that video coming out this Saturday. Next Tuesday, again, will be the Patreon live show. I hate day shift. There are people here during the day. I totally get that. I totally get that. A night shift with no one around is always better than a day shift with people. Christmas bah humbug. Yeah. Well, I haven't done a Christmas giveaway in a couple of years. They've gotten to be too expensive. But this year I had someone donate some stuff. They wanted me to do a Christmas giveaway. So I just told them whatever they sent, I would match it with the equal number of stuff plus pay for all the shipping for everything. So it's going to be, there's going to be 12 prizes. That's going to be it. There's going to be 12 prizes for the Christmas giveaway. There will be 3 different tiers for the Christmas giveaway. But again, next Tuesday we'll talk about that because I have to make sure I have all the rules and order and stuff like that. Karen, thank you for joining the show. And everyone, thank you for joining the show tonight. A lot of people showed up tonight, and I really appreciate that. I always like it when a lot more people are here watching me, and we're all talking about food and gold and Paydirt and things like that. I apologize for that. I appreciate you all dropping in. Make sure you drop a thumbs up as well if you enjoy it. If you don't, feel free to hit the thumbs down. But if you do hit the thumbs down, always leave a comment and tell me why. If it's because you're seeing my ugly mug too much, I understand. There's nothing I can do about that. You just got to deal with it. So, all right, let me go make sure everything is working for the giveaway. Make sure all the comments are going through. All the comments went through. That is awesome. Let me see. Let me read a couple of comments. What's up, Mr. Minix? Howdy, brother. Mr. Minix must be lurking tonight. You can always see who's lurking. Thank you, Donna. See? Comments. All right. Enough reading off comments. Let's get everything ready. So let's get rid of the panning cam. And again, really nice pile of gold. I don't know. Again, it might have been $100 worth back then. It might not have been. Who knows? I paid for $100 worth of gold. It looks like it was $100 worth of gold. It looked like a really good bag of Paydirt. It took a long time, so that was always fun. More time it takes to pan something out, the better, I guess. But let's get rid of the panning cam. Move it down. Then we'll get everything ready. Now, again, YouTube and its affiliates have nothing to do with this giveaway. This is 100% on me just to give back to everyone in the community who watches me on these live shows and puts up with my ugly mug. Things like that. PA Patriot. Randy Klatt, thank you for joining the show. So, Now, again, if I pull your name, this is for spot number 8. You win nothing except for a spot in a future drawing, which will be next Tuesday. You will have 1 out of 8 chances to win 1 of 2 bags of Paydirt that I'll be giving away next week. And these are RJ's Paydirts. I have done a review on RJ's Paydirt in the past. You can check out my channel or go to millerprospecting.com and search for it. These bags are guaranteed, I think, 1/3 gram of gold. So you can win a little bit of gold next week if you get your spot tonight. But if I pull your name, as always, you must post something in the live chat before the end of the show. And once I pull the name, you've got about 5 minutes of me yik-yakking. So make sure if I pull your name, you post something in the live chat so you can claim your prize. And then if you're not a Patreon member, you can email me your address in case you win, so you don't need to be present, and I can just send you your prize. But all right, let's shrink down the ugly mug. Let's go pull a name. So good luck to everyone. I wish everyone could get their name pulled, but then it would be too many people in the wheel next week. So, all right, shrink down the ugly mug. And there we go. Ooh, what a beautiful website that is. Oh, man, really nice website. millerprospecting.com. Again, you can always see my recent posts. I haven't been putting a lot of recent videos out, been sick. But the most important thing is my top 10 recommended sellers over here on the left. These are the 10 sellers, and I do go through this every month to make sure that they're still currently selling, that their ROIs are still good, things like that. So I do keep this top 10 recommended seller. I do shuffle it around some. I have my last 100 reviews. But then again, the most important thing is these sellers to avoid. So top 10 sellers at the top and the sellers to avoid at the bottom. These are all sellers that are known for not having a good ROI. In fact, you will get a really low ROI in the 20 to 25% range, which is not good. There's so many better sellers in the top 10. So it's almost Christmas, birthdays are coming around the corner. If you want somebody, you need somebody to buy you something, tell them to go to Miller Prospecting, go to the top 10 sellers. Don't just let them randomly find somebody on Google, because then you'll get a bad bag of Paydirt. So here we go. Random comment picker. Let's pick a name. Anything goes. Include replies. Let's go. Let's go. 1 chance. 1 name. 64 comments. Let's pick a winner. Package total. Congratulations, package total. Now you do have to post something in the live chat. Happy Joy Tuesday. There you go, brother. Thank you very much for playing. Thank you for being here. I did see you in chat earlier tonight. So make sure you post something in the live chat. And now, because of package total, everyone has to look at my ugly mug, full size. So there we go. Full size Miller Prospecting. And let's wait for the comments. Package total. There he is. That was quick. So package total, congratulations, brother. You're spot number 8. Now, next week, there won't be anything for the live show. There won't be a drawing for the live show, except for to give away these bags of Paydirt. So I will be giving away these next week, as well as a lot of bags of Paydirt to my Patreon members to give back for them supporting this channel. So that will be next Tuesday. Saturday, I do have a new video coming out with 2 bags of Paydirt from this new seller that, again, Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales said was some great Paydirt. So we'll have to see if I agree with that or not. I'm not so sure I do. I'm shooting that video tomorrow and Thursday, so we'll be getting that up for this Saturday. So the winter package, there you go. But again, I really want to thank everyone for joining the show tonight. I really appreciate everyone who comes and hangs out with me on Tuesday. Thank you very much to Mark and John and Donna for contributing to the channel. I really appreciate that, because that helps pay for these Paydirts that I put up on these Tuesdays that I pan through. And then the gold goes towards my Patreon members. So all this stuff, I really appreciate everything. And I appreciate everyone who joins these shows. And even if you just lurk, I appreciate that. But I appreciate everyone who hangs out in the comments. Thank you to all my mods. Even though I only have 4 of them, they work really, really hard. HD Shovelhead, Donna, Wheeze and Geezer, and Ortiz. Thank you very much for being my mods. I might have to add a 5th mod pretty soon. People just keep coming in this chat all the time, so. But Be Outback did that company a couple months ago. Not bad. I don't know who that is. I'll have to go through your videos now to see. uh, yeah, but hopefully everyone has a really good week. Hopefully everyone has a great weekend. Hopefully people, the weather's still nice, so hopefully people are finding some good gold out there and finding some good Paydirts. And again, if you're ever find a new Paydirt, you haven't ever seen anyone review it, haven't seen me review it, feel free to email me, send me a message on Patreon, hit me up on YouTube or any of my forms of contact, and let me know about them because I'm always. Okay, troubled one. Yeah, the mods don't really have, the mods only have to put up links pretty much. I haven't, it's been a long time since the mods have had to ban people. So, and thank you very much, Alan. Yeah, I'm hoping by next Tuesday I'll be right as rain. I figure that'll be right over 3 weeks because it's been about 16 days since I've been sick. So, hoping by next Tuesday I'm right as rain and I can really start pumping out some videos because I do have, like I said, my Patreon members have supplied me with some really good Paydirts. I mean, you can see some on the shelf. I've got a lot of bags of Paydirt up here and got some more in the mail. I've got some really big, I got a really big battle coming up in about 2 weeks. That's going to be really big. I've got a really big bag of Paydirt coming out in a month or so. So I've got some really good bags of Paydirt to review, some good things. It's just not being sick. I need them not being sick so I can actually shoot them. Yeah, and definitely be safe. If it does get hot, make sure you bring a lot of water if you're out there prospecting. But hopefully people start finding some good gold or some good Paydirts. I know there's some good Paydirts out there. Again, top 10, millerprospecting.com. But I'm going to get out of here. Thanks everyone again for joining the live show. Next Tuesday, I will be giving away a whole bunch of Paydirt and gold to my Patreon members. So thank you all for joining this show, and hopefully I'll see you next Tuesday as well, where we give out some Paydirts, and we also give away these 2 bags of RJ's Paydirts. I got one here, and the other one's over here. So we got these 2 bags of Paydirt that we'll be giving away. Saturday we have a video coming out, and then the next Saturday we have a really big Paydirt battle coming out. So hopefully everyone will join us for all that. September 10th, again, you can put that on your calendar. September 10th, I will be doing an all-day live show. All this information I will be coming out with after September, once I catch up on some stuff and stop being so sick. But September 10th, I will be doing an 8-hour panning session, all day panning, hanging out with everybody, just to have some fun. So, but I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go grab something to eat. I hope everyone else goes to grab something to eat. I know Justin still has a couple hours to go, but thanks everyone for joining the show. John R. Prospecting, thank you for being here. Even if you were lurking. Alan Curie, thank you for being here. Alan Curie, it went to Package Total. Won the last spot. So, and again, and if anyone, make sure Wrenches Repairs is doing a show on Thursday. And if I remember right, I think Gentleman Prospector is doing something right before him. I think at 6:30, Gentleman Prospector is doing a live show, and then it will roll over into Wrenches Repairs on Thursday at 8 o'clock. If I get those times right, if not, just look, they'll be there. I think Gentleman Prospector on Thursday right before, and then Wrenches Repairs. So. And lastly, last thing before I go, make sure you go and subscribe to everyone on this channel that you see. You can, when the video's over, you can go to the replay, look at people, and subscribe to everyone's channel. It's pretty much free to do. So, thanks. I'm out of here. Have a great week, a great weekend, and I'll